How's it going, everybody? Nathaniel from RCInsight here, and today I'm reviewing LEGO set 80105, the Chinese New Year Temple Fair. This was a part of LEGO's 2020 Chinese New Year wave of sets, if you can really call it a wave. It was one of their Year of the Rat sets, and it is an absolutely gorgeous LEGO set at that. It comes with 1,664 pieces, as well as 13 minifigures and a child, so 14 if you include the child, and it retails for $160 in Canada, I believe $120 in the United States. It is sold out, which means it is no longer available at lego.com and is expected to be discontinued, so if you can find this at your local LEGO store, you should pick it up right away. I managed to get this from a friend who was living overseas in Hong Kong. He picked it up, shipped it my way so that I could get it for the retail price, as the resale price for this set is absolutely absurd. As always, I'm going to start by jumping right into the minifigures, and as is typical with large sets like this, I'm going to have chapters in the description so you can skip ahead of the minifigures because it takes a long time to cover 14 of them. So if you just want to hear my thoughts on the overall build, there will be chapters in the description so that you can skip ahead to where you like. So taking a look at our minifigures here, the first minifigure is our female tourist, I'm going to call her, with her bag/purse. Nice to get this in pink color. I really like that. She has a relatively uninspired torso print, in my opinion, just a leather jacket with a blue shirt underneath. It's a button-up shirt at that, which is, I guess, a nice little detail, and then just some lines and seams along the back. So nothing too special. Plain gray pants, and a fairly common hairpiece just in plain black with, again, a fairly common smiley face, and she does not have a two-sided face. Next, we have this guy. He is just another tourist, I suppose. Again, not super thrilled by the printing here. I do like this hairpiece. It's a little less common, and I just like the spiky hair look. Glasses and a smiley face is not super uncommon. Orange jacket with a blue shirt. Again, not crazy detailed. It's actually a hoodie. I stand corrected. There are drawstrings, and then you see the little hood at back. And then just, again, plain beige pants. He also has no two-sided face. Our next minifigure here is this lady. I really like this minifigure. It's one of the ones that I like a lot from this set. Really unique hairpiece here with the kind of like winter hat and then the orange hair braids. I think it's awesome. Fairly common face print again, nothing too special with that. She does have a double-sided face, which with a much nicer alternate face, in my opinion, with the smiley face and the eyelashes. It's a little more detailed face and a little less common, I think. She does have a common torso print, though, with that leather jacket and the striped shirt underneath. Like I've seen it a lot. I love the red pants here, though. I think it looks really cool. It creates a color combo that I really like a lot. Then we have yet another female minifigure here, another that is just wearing a plain old hoodie. I do like that it's a white and blue hoodie. It's a nice color choice, and it has a hoodie pouch as well, which is another nice touch on the detailing. So I do like this torso print a little bit more. Plain gray pants again, really a lack of interesting things going on with the pant prints in this set. A fairly common, the straight hair piece, again, not very interesting there, and in a very common color in black. No two-sided face for her, and just that standard smiley face again. Next, we have the guy that I'm affectionately calling the kebab dude. He's got a kebab in his hand. A really common hairpiece here. Just the black kind of comb over. He's got a nice torso print, actually, here with the blue jacket and the red shirt underneath. I really like it. It's more like a vest print. You can see some of the lines and seams along the back. The dark blue pants, nothing special there, but I really like the coloring here. The blue looks gorgeous. A little less normal smiley face with some of that accent around the eyes there. It's hard to even pick it up on the camera, but there's little lines around his eyes that when he smiles, which I think is really a nice touch. And he does have that weird pucker face that I still don't understand as his alternate face at the back. So there's both of those for him. I do like the face here. It's a little more special and unique. Then we have our dad minifigure. It's nice to get a parental father figure in LEGO. I feel like we don't get that a lot. We often have parents, women parents who are caring for their children. So it's really nice to get a father who's got the baby bottle, who's pushing the stroller around. I really like that touch. I love this torso print with the blue banana and then the polo like shirt, the blue banana shirt, and then a plaid jacket over top. I think that's awesome, and the plaid continues around in the back. It looks good. Some little seam wrinkle lines there. Just a lot of these plain gray pants in this set. Again, another fairly common hairpiece that I don't have much to say about. And a smiley face that, again, is not crazy, ridiculous new. He does have an alternative face print here that I like a lot more, which is a bit of a smirk. Again, nothing too special in either of these face prints. I feel like I've seen them used for Jay before. I could be going crazy, but Jay from Ninjago. But yes, nothing too special here, but I like to get a parental father figure here, and I really love the torso print on this guy. And since we took a look at the dad, I guess we better take a look at the baby. He comes in this built-in stroller piece, and it's just the standard baby build with a little small torso leg combined piece, and the tiny little head. It's cute, and I like the little torso print. No back printing, of course, and that is it for the baby. Just basic, but I wanted to show him because, you know, I just did the parent. Then we have our second kebab dude, though I think this might be a candy stick. I like the face print here. It's a little bit different with those big round glasses and the bushy eyebrows, big smiley face. Again, nothing special in terms of hair pieces here, and I know they're all black because Asian hair is predominantly black, so I do totally understand why they did that. It just leaves kind of lack of fresh, unique hair prints in any of these hair pieces in any of these minifigures. Big, wide-eyed smiley face at the back here. Again, I like this print as well with kind of, again, the lines by the eyes. I don't know if you can see them, but I think it's a nice touch. You do get a scarf in this one as well, which I do like. I've always liked that scarf piece. It's nothing special, but I think it looks good and suits this minifigure and the color combination that he's going for. A fairly common torso with just the dark red and then the blue jacket underneath, and it's unzipped, and then you can see it at the back there, and kind of a more beige pant piece. Then we have one of the few more interesting minifigures in this set. This is our grandma minifigure here. She's got that gray hairpiece. I like this hairpiece a lot more. It's a little less common, a little more detailed, and it comes in gray, which is nice. As far as face prints go, I like the glasses and the smiley face, and again, the little lines around the eyes there. She does have an alternate face that is very, very similar to her first expression. Just, I think the only thing that's different is the eyebrows are flipped upside down. Again, I think I almost like this alternate face a little bit more. It's a bit more of a wide-eyed look, I guess. I really like her torso print, though, with the kind of the blue cloth. You almost wonder if she's like a dojo master or something, and then you have the tied around her waist as well, and I think the only minifigure in this set with any leg prints. You can see kind of that dangling cloth again, or I don't know exactly what it is, bandana. I really, really like this minifigure. I like the torso print. I like that we have a printed leg piece, at least one in this set. And again, even the hair and the face piece, one of the more unique minifigures. We also have our grandpa minifigure here, which I really like as well. Again, another nice hair piece to get in the gray color here. I like the face print again. I really like this face print with the gray eyebrows, the glasses down, sitting on his nose, so he's like peering over them, like short distance reading glasses. All the lines on the face are really nice. No two-sided face on this one, but that's okay because the one side is more than good enough. He's holding some statues in his hands, and I stand corrected, he also has leg prints here as well. I really like the blue color. The torso print is not too special. I think it's just a color swap on the red torso prints that we got in the Lion's Dance set, but nonetheless, it looks really good in blue, and I love the gold shimmering accents that you get here. So I really do like this minifigure as well, and the way that the gold stripes come across both the torso and the leg prints, I think, look really good. Getting towards the end here, we have another festive minifigure. This one is almost identical to a minifigure that we get in the Lion Dance set, and it actually is exactly like I said, the same torso as the last minifigure that we had, but just in red, and so that blue torso is not necessarily super new in terms of print, but it is nice to get it in blue as opposed to the red. As much as I like the red torso, I talked about it ad nauseum in my other review because it came up a lot, and it's just so repetitive that it doesn't feel very special when you get it. Just the plain red leg pieces. Again, a hair piece that I guess it maybe isn't the most common, but shows up a lot in these Chinese New Year sets if you're getting them. No two-sided face for this guy, and the front face print is relatively uninteresting, and I feel like we almost get it in this set. I don't think they give you the same face print twice in a set. They might. I think the eyebrows might be in a different angle than the other face print on the set, but it's just that big smiley face. Then we have what looks like almost a courier delivery guy sort of minifigure here. Very common red hat piece, but I do like it. No two-sided face, and this is one of the most generic faces in this set, with just that half smirk smile. The only thing he's missing is the little fuzzy facial hair. I think that would have added to the look overall. I do really like the torso print here, though. It's nice to get something a little different with the Chinese characters printed on it, and it's like an apron that is over top of then a yellow jacket, which is then over top of a red shirt. But you'll notice that the base color for the torso print here is this yellow orangey color. Again, I really like this print. You can tell that it's like an apron because there's a nice attention to detail with the tied knot at the back. You get that dual molded torso with the orange base color and then the the red arms. So yellow torso, red arms, really nice. And then just plain red legs, another minifigure that I like. And then down to our last two minifigures here, both children with short, they're not the intermediate legs, they are the short legs, so they don't move at all. This first one is our female child. She has a scarf. She's got her Lai C in her hand, her red packet, the pigtail hairpiece, which has become a very common little smiley face I like a lot. And then the alternate face print I like even more, where she's wide-eyed, got the mouth open, you can see her tongue there. A nice pink torso print here that I really, really like. It's like a fluffy down jacket almost, and I think the way they do the wrinkles to make it look like a down jacket is great, so I really like this minifigure. And then our final minifigure for this set is our boy minifigure, and he also has his Lai C packet with that kind of very fuzzy, warm outdoor hat. It's not quite a toque, it's just a very fuzzy winter hat that he's got going on. I really like the red short stubby legs. I don't think the torso print is that unique. I like the blue hoodie color though, and you can see the green shirt underneath. I think it looks good. I like that I like how the way it's unzipped, kind of little more than halfway. I think that looks really nice. It's a nice touch. But again, I don't know how unique or special this torso print is. I will just briefly mention it now because I think I kind of gloss over it at the end when I give my overall thoughts. But I don't love the minifigure selection in this set. I think there could be a little bit more diversity and a little bit more draw with some really unique exclusive minifigures in the set like you do get in some other big sets. And there's not a whole lot of really special outside the box minifigures in this set, with the exception of maybe one or two that have some more unique features, but there's no one minifigure that's like a total set exclusive that you're like, oh man, I want that, because there's no other way for me to get that. So I just thought I'd point that out. And now we will move on to the main builds. So moving on to the main builds here, first we'll just take a look at these two little tree builds. They are absolutely identical, which is why I have them both up here on display. They are exactly the same. They use black pieces here for the stump, which I don't love. I mean, black is not a tree color. They do have the brown branch pieces here, but there's a lot of black on these. And then just the white leaf pieces with red flowers to kind of give them that winter feel, as this set, the setting is winter, it's snowy out. We have a little lantern hanging and then some Chinese banners. Pretty simple build. I'm not a huge fan of building trees in Lego, just period. But we do, like I said, get two of these in this set, and they look good. I mean, I am not discounting that. I think they could look a little bit better, but I think they look fine as is. I just don't love building them. So next we have some of the fair booths. The first one here on the left is like a toy store. You've got pinwheels, you've got balloons, you've got a plane, you've got some stuffed animals. I really like the detailing on the toy store in particular. You'll notice that there's some Chinese banners hanging down, and if we were to spin it around to the back so you could see the inside, there's like a little cash register in here. And then some other toys on display here, including this. We get this unicorn printed tile piece. And so that's what it looks like from behind. Not very detailed from the back, but they are stands. So obviously they're fair stands. They are generally one-sided in real life as well. And it's just a very basic structure. You've got 4 poles holding up the main structure. And then for the roof here, so you see the 4 poles there, and the roof here, it all just clips on. And you have the usage again of these rounded pieces here to create kind of that traditional Chinese clay roof. and they are what has been used in a bunch of these Chinese themed sets for the roofing, so pretty common. I like how you have the diagonals here, though. That was a nice touch. Then the second one over here is like a food and goods place. So we have maybe some candy sticks. We look like we have some barbecue skewers, some then like donuts, cookies, donuts, treats in there. Some what I assume are plates or bowls. Otherwise, I don't know exactly what they're supposed to be because they have those smiley faces on them, so I'm not entirely sure about that one. And then we have some chicken legs in the back there, and then obviously a grill, and nothing really for the inside here of this building. You'll notice that there are some more skewers just stored here at the back, and there's a shovel and some little controls on the barbecue back there as well. And that is kind of it for the interior on that one. And then you do notice that I should point out there's also the little Chinese symbol signs under the roof on this one. And probably my favorite roofing choice here, utilizing, I don't even know how you would describe these. They're like the little pieces that clip, and then the pole pieces fit into them. And I don't know, they're a connector piece. I don't know how exactly to describe them. But I think you guys know what the piece is, and I think it looks the best and pays the most homage to those kind of clay shingled roofs. So I really, really like this. I think it looks great. It's, like I said, the best roof in the set. I'm a big fan. And then there's also the lights banner that is connecting these two. So they are connected thanks to this banner display here. You'll notice just some various colored lights along there. And then two of the hanging lanterns and one Chinese sign poster kind of hanging as well. And that is it for this. Then we have a very similar setup for our other two fair stalls. I should note, because I didn't mention on the other ones, the base of these are all comprised of like a main section and then the angled sections at the sides. All four of them are slightly different bases, but very similar. Actually, I think the base of this one and the other similarly shaped roof one, the toy shop, are actually identical. The structures themselves are identical, as you notice, the same roofing pattern, just with the teal roof tiles as opposed to the red, so kind of the aged. Actually, they might be copper roofs, not clay roofs. I don't know why I said clay, because the teal would indicate that they are oxidized copper, or it could be a bit of both, depending on where you are. But the teal would indicate oxidized copper, which is a nice touch. And so this stand's been here for a little longer, and this is like a pottery and decorations ornament stand. So you'll notice all the vase designs over here. I love this, by the way. There's some really cool vase designs, on display here. I think that's great. The creativity that Lego came up with to design that is just awesome. I love it so much. And then just a bunch of statues here on the other side. Again, you got the Chinese posters hanging down there. But that is about it for that one. Again, if you flip it around to the inside, not a whole lot going on. You do have a cash register there, but not much else. But again, I love the detailing on those vases. And then we also have our fireworks shop, and it has, again, posters on the side here. It does have some of them for sale as well. It's got a little sticker. Well, actually, it's not stickered. None of the pieces in this set are stickered. I should mention that everything's printed pieces, which is really nice. Again, I like that. So we've got a printed window tile here with an old Chinese tale, I guess. Two men on a horse. They look like they might be jousting. Who knows? Or maybe they're just being friendly and meeting each other. So I really like the way that looks. It looks very Asian, like something I'd see there. Maybe even a tapestry it's supposed to be, not entirely sure. And then you see all the fireworks down there at the side. And again, if you flip it around back to the inside, not a whole lot going on here. We've got some of the dragon pieces on display. Worth mentioning also for the roof here, again, this is a type of roofing that I've seen them do before, but I like the detailing, particularly with the gold little flower pieces. I think that looks good. And just the Technique connector 2x2s. I think that looks really nice, and again is fitting for that style of roofing. And so those are your 4 fair market stalls that you get. And then moving on lastly to the temple itself, quickly we'll note as it's not double-sided. You can only view it from the front, or well, it's really only meant to be viewed from the front. It's just flat at the back, and it looks brutal from the back too, like terrible from the back. So you do not want to be displaying this from the back, but from the front, this looks stunning, gorgeous and stunning. I like how they did the staircases going up here at the front, and as well as the gates or the fence along the front there. It looks really good. I love these green and red rose bushes. Oh, they're gorgeous. I like Lego did some of that with Ninjago City Gardens as well. I love this type of foliage. I'm not a big fan of trees, but this type of greenery and sets I adore. The build overall here is actually pretty simple. I really appreciate the Chinese characters under the main temple here, and you can also see other printed tile pieces there, mosaic pieces. You have a couple hanging lanterns, some supports coming up, a really nice use of these square barrel pieces for some accenting in there. I think that's great. And then really you just have the roof, which is very similar at both levels. You'll notice it's got the orange rounded tile pieces that run all the way to give it that clay copper roof feel. I don't know which one we're going with now, clay or copper, either or. And then you have the gold and yellow studs to accent the front at the end of the roof. And you have the same pattern for both stages of the roof, just the bottom roof is a little larger, and the same thing to curve it at the edges as well. And then you have these gold dragon pieces to top it all off. And really, other than that, like, this is a straightforward build. There are these black window pieces that they use up here, or green window pieces actually, which is interesting. But other than that, and you'll notice these are built in modules, so 3 separate modules, and they all just clip on, and then the top is one big one. And I mean, really, I don't know what else to say. It's a big build, and it looks gorgeous, but it doesn't even feel repetitive, but there's just not a lot going on here. It's all about the looks. There's no details on the inside to cover. So yeah, like that's it for the main build of the set. And quite honestly, actually, the set did not feel like it was 1,600 pieces or whatever it is. It does not feel that big. This itself took up like 6 of the 9 bags in the set. This does not feel like a 6-bag building. It looks gorgeous. It didn't feel that big, but at the end of the day, it's probably 1,000 pieces, which is impressive when you think about that, like, cause it doesn't look like an 1,000-piece build. But yeah, so I don't have much else to say for it. I mean, you've got all the little details. There's just these other little pieces here on the corners, I guess, that are gold. Lots of nice usage of the gold bricks in this set. And other than that, I mean, it's got a nice base. It's got a nice size. It's got a nice feel. I just wish it was maybe viewable from the back as well. And that is really it for the buildings in this set. So I quickly will take a look at the instruction book and the box, and then I will move on to my final thoughts on this set. So this set comes with 3 instruction books, 2 of the smaller kind of standard size, I guess, like they're really standard. I don't know what size they are, but standard size instruction books, and then one of the larger, again, standard sized instruction books, no weird wonky size here. They are all hard seamed, which I really love. The first book is one of the trees and the first 2 market stalls, and then the second book is the big temple build. And then the third book is the other 2 market stalls and the tree. It's interesting. I find it interesting that they did 1, 2, and then 3 like that. Maybe it was just to break up the monotony of the set so that you didn't build all the stalls first and then the big building. I think it was a bit of an odd choice, but that's really all I have to say on instruction books. Fairly straightforward. 3 instruction books, common sizes, and I love that they have the hard seams. And I love that even the small ones have the hard seams. I'm really appreciative of that because they just pack and store and feel so much nicer than the non-hard seamed ones. But anyway, so that's it for the instruction books. As for the box here, this one's fairly straightforward as far as Chinese New Year sets go. You see all the minifigures on display in the bottom right there. You have the entire thing laid out on the front here, including you can notice the snow. As I mentioned, it's a snowy themed set. And it has the Chinese Festival Special Edition stamp in the top right, as well as the rat on the box for Year of the Rat. All the minifigures are also on display up top here. And if I swing it around to the back, much like the Lion Dance, you have a bunch of kind of blips of this set in play. You got the tree, you've got some of the market stalls, you've got one of the kids receiving his Lai Si. And even a picture of the set as a whole in the bottom left here. Like I said, as far as boxes go, not too special. I do like kind of the addition of the lantern and the tree at the bottom there. That's a nice touch. But other than that, there is nothing special going on with this box, which is a little disappointing, I think, given that it is the Chinese New Year. They could have spiced it up a little bit more than they did with this one, but that's how it goes. So overall, I think it's no surprise. This set is gorgeous. You can tell just from looking at the way I have it set up here, it is a brilliant set. I love it so much. It looks beautiful, particularly the temple here. It just looks absolutely stunning. It goes even better when you include the lion dance set. The two of them complement each other so nice from last year. They just go together in a way that feels like it almost should have been one set to create this brilliant looking square. I have a link in the description, the video that I recently did showing off my Chinese New Year display, where both of these sets are in fact together with each other. And it just looks so gorgeous when they are together. But even as a standalone set, this is brilliant. For those of you who watched my review for the Lion Dance set, you would know that I didn't love it as a standalone set, and I thought it really needed the Temple Fair set to elevate it. The Temple Fair does not need anything else. It is a great set on its own. Well, I think the Lion Dance does elevate it as well, even just by itself. This is a gorgeous set, and if you have any affinity to Asian culture, Chinese New Year, this is brilliant. It's not particularly Year of the Rat themed. Like, I really appreciated that the Spring Lantern Festival actually had an ox in that set for the Year of the Ox. You don't have the particular Year of the Rat kind of theme in this outside of the box. But as a set, it's glorious and really perfectly captures the color and the feel of China and the Lunar New Year holiday at that. And so this set is everything that I would want it to be, and it will look so amazing in my Chinese-themed studio. So I cannot sing enough praises for this set. Yes, I have small nitpicks, and I've mentioned some of them. The trees look good. I just don't like building two identical trees. And same thing with the little shop stalls around the outside. Pretty repetitive to build the four of them, but they're all different in their own right. And when you look at it put together like this, even if some of the building wasn't the most fun, it's hard to complain about the final product and how gorgeous it is. My one other complaint about this set is the fact that the actual temple in the back there, it can only be viewed from the front. I did appreciate that the Lion Dance set, you could view the temple from either side. It looked good. So that's my one small gripe with this set. But this is just a really, really good set overall, guys. And a strong recommend from me. This is a great set to get at a pretty good price point at that, under 10 cents per piece in Canada and even less in the United States. So a pretty good price if you can scoop it up while it's still available. This is a wonderful set. I'm so glad that I have it for my Chinese New Year collection, and I'm so glad that I could get to review it at the very start of the new Chinese New Year, because this is a great way to kick that off. It is a wonderful set. This is just a good set. Maybe one day I'll introduce number rankings so that people can get more than just it's a good set, you should go buy it. But this is a good set and you should go buy it. And that concludes my review for this set, guys. I hope you found it useful. Click the like button down below if you did, just to show your support. It is much, much appreciated. If you're looking for more LEGO reviews, content, speed builds, news, anything like that, subscribe so that you can see any of those videos as soon as they come out. I've got plenty of reviews still to come. I'm going to be picking up new LEGO sets throughout the year, as well as going back and reviewing old sets like this one, and even way back in the day sets, some vintage reviews I am planning on doing. And of course, I also stay on top of LEGO news and all that, so subscribe if you're interested in any of that so that you can get notified as soon as those videos come out. And with all that said, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. And I spilled all the fireworks. I've made a mess. Oh no. Logos, for when you make a mess you can't clean up. Props to those of you who get that reference. Maybe most of you will, because it's a new show. But, yeah. It's actually logos for when you make a mess you didn't mean to. So, don't at me in the comments, because I fixed it. I didn't mean to make this mess. So it's all going to go in outtakes. When I open up my Patreon, I'll have outtakes of my stupid rambles. But there we go. It's fixed. Wow, look at that. back to work.